Hello and welcome back, crafty friends. So glad that you're joining me today. I am so excited to share these projects with you. Now, the little glue book, collage book that you see on the right, don't mind the lace. When I put it on the table and got ready to do this video, I did not even notice that lace. It's not attached down. I meant to have it attached down, but it's not attached down, so don't worry. That is not what that piece of lace looks like. It is not stuck there. And then the little fairy journal that you see on the left, now that is the upcoming project that will be in Thursday's video. We'll start it. Now it'll take a couple of videos to finish it up, but we are going to make this fun accordion paper bag book. I'm going to show you all the things that I bought from the So Scrappy scrapbook store, and then I'm going to show you how I put this together and decorate the cover and maybe another one of the pages. So that'll be a fun project. Be sure to catch Thursday's video. Now, I did have to take down the last scrapbook store that I did at Scrapbooks Forever. I had a complaint from a client about a registered trademark I wasn't licensed to show, and so I did have to take that video down. Now I'm going to leave the So Scrappy scrapbook store video up, and if I have to take it down, I will. But hopefully I did not video any client that will have a problem with it. So anyway, these two books are going to go to the Etsy shop, and they will be in there today, and they will probably stay up for about a week, about 7 days. And these also are going to hit the Etsy shop. I have some of these little vintage checks right here. There are about 24 in a book there, in a sleeve, and they will be sold individually, so I'll have 3 available. They're very vintage, and I think they'll be great in some of your projects. Now, the little books beside there, they are also some really fun, like little notebooks. They're from the 1936, 1937, 1938. And the covers are really hard. They are a hardcover little book. Now, that one has some water damage right there. But they will be fun. They would almost be fun to do like a little collage book or something as well. Now this one, it has some writing in it, and it's the first maybe 6, 7 pages there. And there looks like someone used it for addresses or something. It has some really nice handwriting, and of course it has the blank pages in there as well. So that will be a fun little book. And then I have just the little notebook there beside it. It's a little bit bigger. It does have some writing in it as well, the first few pages there, but it has a lot of blank pages in it as well. And these will go in as a set though. I'm selling all 3 of these little books together, so they will be, in a listing together, and it will be for all 3 books, which is just fun if that's what you're looking for. All right, so let's get started. I want to show you this absolutely fun accordion paper bag book. I did use a lot of rub-ons in this journal. I have been trying to use up some of my really older ephemera and things, but I had bought a bunch of 49 in Market a few years ago, and I don't, of course, have the packaging, so I'm not sure, but that is exactly the brand. but I would almost guess that it probably is. The little boots on that envelope rub-on right there, that was so cute. And I know I've probably had that sheet of rub-ons for about maybe 3 years. More than likely, 49 a Market. Now the little damask bag there on the right, I have left it completely empty. I thought it would be a really fun, just little hiding tuck spot for whoever purchased the journal. Could put something fun in there and just kind of have it hidden away. I want to go back to the front cover. I forgot to show you the little insert that I made to set in the bag opening. And it's just a few pages, just no dictionary page and some stained paper. And of course I did use embroidery thread to bind most of the little booklets there. I really love the back cover. I love that old doily all vintaged up with coffee. It just lays flat and it just looked like it fit. Now, the best thing I love about an accordion album is that it seems like you get so much more in your journal, because not only do you get all the front side decorated, then you get all of the back side, and I just love it. Of course, this side here, I did end up putting a couple of booklets in. And I just used that lavender seam binding. It was such a light lavender, is what I used to bind those in. And I just think it gives it such a pretty effect on the front side, because you actually see that little seam binding all with its little bow there when from the front side. So anyway, I just loved how this turned out. And I love the accordion albums. They're just so fun. Now, this little vintage envelope was really almost too fragile. That's why I have so much tape on it. I'm trying to keep it together. I probably should have used a little sturdier one, but it is what it is. And that's it for the little accordion paper bag album. Now, doesn't that seam binding look so fun on the front? That's where I bound those little booklets in and tied it on the outside. And I just think it looks so cute. So here is the little collage book, or the glue book. Now, I did use several little page pockets. I did the video a couple of weeks ago where I had made some of these. I was inspired by 507 Willow House Journals here on YouTube, and they have been so fun. I have several in this little glue book that I've used. Now there's that lace, and I'm trying to decide. I know I want to cut it down a little bit, and so I'm just going to mess with that for a little bit and see if I can get it where I want it. And I will end up not gluing it right then, but I will glue it in before it goes into the Etsy shop. Now there is that old brown packing paper page pocket that I made in the Craft with Me. But it ended up being the perfect color for the rub-ons that I had used right there. Now I did have a little trouble with a rub-on going on that old page because I put a rub-on each one that I had done the pocket on. And for some reason, I don't know, those rub-ons, instead of going on the page, it wanted to bring the page up on the rub-on instead of it adhering to the page. So I probably should have used some kind of medium or something there to make that where it would stick to the page. But I didn't. And anyway, it ended up working out in the end, but I did have some trouble. Now I did end up doing a little pamphlet stitch right here to keep the cover on. And I am going to put a couple of vintage buttons on there. I actually forgot to do that. And so that will have a couple of vintage buttons tied on the ends of that embroidery thread. And before I forget, I did use digitals from Bluebell Design on Etsy. The little pictures and then the floral little strips and that were from Bluebell Design. So be sure and check her out on Etsy. I have used an old coffee stained like glassine bag here. It's crinkly. I had bought them off Etsy, I don't know, several years ago. I did take and I made a little band, and there is a lot there. I wrapped it around twice of some old receipt tape. And so it is glued down, but you can, not by much, and you can just pop that loose, and you could have extra register tape to use somewhere in the journal. Or, you know, if you need to expand, if you put something in that bag and it needs to get a little bigger, a little looser, easy to do. I made sure there was enough there to do that. Now this is just some onion skin paper that I've used to make this little page pocket here. And it is a really sturdy, though, onion skin paper. It's not lightweight. Even though it's got that cockled finish to it, it still is a pretty heavyweight onion skin paper. So I don't think it will tear at all. So we are finishing up this little collage book or glue book. This project was so much fun. I really had a great time putting it together. And don't forget to tune in on Thursday, and I will show you how to construct that little Fairy Accordion bag album. You're going to love it. It was easy to do, and it'll take us a couple of videos, though, to get it completely decorated. But it was absolutely fun, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Now, these will be headed to the Etsy shop today, along with the vintage checks and the little notebooks. And I will catch you all in Thursday's video.